Story 1. I'd set the microwave timer for 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Then I'd stand behind the front door and try to run out behind him as he entered and went to check on the sound in the kitchen. Story 2. Distribute the guns among the children and wait patiently. I know, it's dangerous, but I have lots of guns and kids just all over town. I can afford to lose a few to attrition. Story 3. Is he killing me or trying to kill me? If I definitely have to die, I guess I'll call the police, text my friends that I love them, and feed my pets. If he's just giving it the old college try, I'm calling 911 and hiding in the closet with my guns. Also, I'll let my cat out of the house, and the parrot gets let out of his cage because he's scary as heck. Story 4. Slide on the plate carrier, grab the Remington 870 and the Sig Sauer. Turn off all the lights and put on the night vision goggles. I've still got 4.5 minutes to boil some oil in the electric kettle. Story 5. If he has any sort of projectile weapon on him, then we are going to have a gunfight. Either one of us dies. However, I'd have an advantage since I'd be able to take cover. If he doesn't have a gun on him, I'd beat him with a baseball bat just to the point where he's a pulp but still alive and then call 911. Story 6. Panic. Then, grab a nearby object, probably a lamp, barricade myself in a room with a lock, and call 911 while hiding under the bed. Not exactly a solid plan, but hey, it's only 5 minutes. Story 7. As an Englishman, I would get my guns, then call the police. Disclaimer. This is a hypothetical question about someone coming to deliberately kill me, so I'm giving a hypothetical answer just in case the police are watching. United Kingdom law states guns are for hunting or sport, not self-defense, just to be clear. Story 8. Own a musket for home defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. For ruffians break into my house. What the devil? As I grab my powdered wig and Kentucky rifle. Blow a golf ball-sized hole through the first man, he's dead on the spot. Draw my pistol on the second man. Miss him entirely because it's smoothbore and nails the neighbor's dog. I have to resort to the cannon mounted at the top of the stairs loaded with grape shot. Tally-ho, lads. The grape shot shreds 2 men in the blast. The sound and extra shrapnel set off car alarms. Fix bayonet and charge the last terrified rapscallion. He bleeds out waiting on the police to arrive since triangular bayonet wounds are impossible to stitch up. Just as the founding fathers intended. Story 9. Assuming it is my own house and not just a house, I would probably hide in the loft with something metal to hit them with, and call the police and ambulance beforehand, though. Story 10. Getting a kitchen knife and going down the hallway that is narrow. Since it's night where I am, I would turn the lights out so that he can't see me. I would also set up something to make a noise further down the hallway, like a phone alarm or a recording of someone talking quietly. This would hopefully get the killer to not focus too much on the room I would be hiding just inside of. As he approaches the doorframe, I would just swing my arm out and stab him in the chest. If all goes according to plan, he wouldn't even have time to react. Story 11. Putting the kettle on for a celebration cup of tea. Poor fellow has no idea what he is walking into. I have been leaving my door unlocked at night, just hoping someone would come around. It's been a tough 12 months. I've been needing something like this to relieve some stress. Story 12. I'm sitting behind the kitchen island with my Benelli M4, holding the door angle and not making a sound. Just like any sane person, those who run get killed the easiest. Story 13. Grabbing a shotgun standing by the front door. I don't feel like this person has a chance unless they're sneaking in somewhere else. I do admit, for an Ask Reddit question, this one is unique. Story 14. There's a 2x3 under my desk I use as a footrest. Sure, it's taped down, but it will come up. Failing that, there's a mall shop sword beside my bed. Blindingly bright flashlights, maybe camp at the top of the stairs with the blowgun. Or just get in the car and leave. Also, go downstairs and have the robot make the lights flash red and blue. There's an interstate scale at the end of the road. Police pass by every few minutes here, even in the dead of night. Maybe call emergency services. Story 15. Are they coming to attempt to kill me, or is the outcome a foregone conclusion? In the former case, depending on how prepared or trained they are, I will just shoot them when they arrive. Story 16. First thing, I'm calling 911 and putting it on speaker or a headset if I have one nearby. Then I'm placing something in front of the door that he can't push away. If the door is in front of a wall, it's easy. Just jam a table in front of it, and the door literally has to be broken down. I'll note the alternative entry points, like windows he might try if he can't get in through the front door. That will drain some of his energy and buy me time, and that's the point. Then I would take the strongest liquor bottle I have, spray a piece of cloth with hairspray and stick it in there, leaving it by the counter some distance away from the door with a lighter beside it. I keep the hairspray close by as well. I'd fill the water kettle and set it to boil. I'd grab the salt as I'm in the kitchen anyway and fill both my front pockets with it, and a kitchen knife while I'm at it, and stick it in the back seam of my pants. Then I'd find something to hit with that isn't so heavy that I can't swing it. A broomstick, maybe. Place it behind a door that I plan to barricade myself behind, preferably in a room on the upper floor with a window, so I can make an exit if I can't pacify him. I'd set the things behind the door to a spare room that I'm planning on barricading myself in and wait by the stairs behind the line of sight with the kettle and the liquor bottle. Then I wait. If all goes accordingly, the police will get there within a few minutes. If he enters, I'm pouring the hot water on him and then lighting the bottle and throwing that in front of him, not at him. Then I retreat behind a wall and assess the situation. If he's not too injured and still a threat coming after me, I'd go behind the door with a fistful of salt in one hand, broomstick in the other. The salt is thrown directly at the face, and while he's hurting, I'm smacking him with the broomstick and disarming him if I can, kicking the gun away or taking it. The knife is absolutely the last option and only used if he tries to overpower me. I'd probably take the window at this point and stay out of his line of sight to minimize the risk of getting shot. Hopefully by now the police would have arrived. If not, good luck to me. Story 17, metal bar with weights on one end, and I'm standing at the top of the stairs because I have the high ground. If he has a gun, then that's not fair. I'm in the United States and I'm dead. Story 18. Somebody said in one of these threads to turn the lights off in your house and hide with a weapon. They don't know your house layout in the darkness anywhere near as well as you do. Story 19. Start jerking it but try and time it so I'll be ready to blow when they come in to kill me. When the door opens, I'll bust in their general direction. They'll still kill me, but they probably will be too traumatized and disgusted to do it ever again. Story 20. Jam a table into the porch so the front door cannot open. Secure a kitchen knife to a piece of wood and wait upstairs at the window directly above the front door. Attack him while he is wrestling with the front door. Story 21. Assuming escaping isn't an option, I grab 2 knives in case I drop one, then turn my computer on with sound to lure them in there, then come up from behind and stab them. Story 22. Wait for him with my gun, lock and load. I've had multiple break-ins before. Now my grandma, who raised me, lives with me. I will protect her with my life. If someone enters my house with intent to harm, they are getting shot, simple. Story 23. Find a fairly long-reach weapon, maybe fill a pillowcase with something heavy, and stand behind a door that swings inward. When they enter, you have a door as cover, and that's their blind spot. Then ambush them with a focus on disarming or disabling, like taking out their legs or ankles. Assuming I can't just leave the house, if I can do that, I take that option. My life is far more important than the things I own. Story 24. Remove my sidearm from the holster and wait in a strategic spot. The second he broke into my home, drop him or her with the first shot. But if it is like usual, I will shoot at least twice more as the subject is falling. Or go out the back door, call 911, and leave the area. 5 minutes is a long time. Story 25. Turn on the propane stove and wait for my buddy to enter looking for me. Leave and come back at the same time. Wait in the bushes. Shoot a fire arrow. Boom. Baby. While he coyoted his ass. Story 26. Spend 4.5 minutes getting my mom, whom I take care of, into the safest part of the house. Then 30 seconds grabbing my rifle and a handful of magazines. I'll be positioned at the east end of the house so that overpenetration doesn't threaten any neighbors, as there are no neighbors to the west. Story 27. I lock my wife and cats in our bedroom and grab my cutlass. which is sharpened to cut tatami. I also ask my wife to dial 911, so I only need to hold on until the police arrive. Story 28. All right. I grab a knife, phone, cricket bat, circular saw, car keys, and my lawn edger. Maybe a bottle of water and some snacks. Then I get my ladder and climb onto the roof, pulling the ladder up behind me. I call the police immediately, saying someone is in my house with some sort of weapon. Now, this is Australia, and the logical assumption is that, like me, he doesn't have a gun. Keys are a distraction to open the garage once he is fully inside my house, raising the question of if I've escaped. Now, I only own one ladder, so not sure how he is managing to reach the 3-meter roof. But if he does, I'll attack him with the edger, and I think that will mess him up badly. If he gets past that and manages to grab the edge of the manhole, goodbye fingers with my circular saw. Knife and bat are last resort. All of this also assumes he finds me. If he burns the house down, I feel that goes against the purpose of the game. But my circular saw can easily cut a number of holes in the plaster for me to jump through. Story 29. I would make sure I lay a tarp down on tiles so my blood doesn't mess any carpet or furniture. Then I'd leave a bucket of cleaning supplies so they can tidy up after. I wouldn't want anyone to have to clean it up. Then I'd leave a pillow and strapping so they can roll me up so when they push me off a cliff my head is in comfort. Story 30. I'm sorry, I can't assist with this request. Story 31. Yeah, calling the police and getting out of Dodge. I'm not going all die hard on this guy. So, call the police, lock the garage and back door. They're usually unlocked. And probably wait. The police are pretty quick around here. Story 32. Body armor on, AK-47 loaded, pistol already loaded and ready, and picking a sick peek angle. Should have 2 or 3 minutes to spare. Might set the phone up playing a podcast for a sweet distraction. Story 33. Check that the magazine is loaded, disengage safety, and turn off the lights. Tie my katana to my back like a mall ninja and my machete to my pants. Hope no one shows up. Story 34. Create a poisonous gas and wear personal protective equipment and an oxygen mask. The person trying to kill me would die immediately after inhaling the poison gas. Then I am safe. Story 35. I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request. Story 36. Set up a YouTube stream, give a quick introduction, then with webcam recording, jump into the loft, pull up the ladder, and call the police. If I survive, then I'll profit from the views as the camera would capture the assailant trying to get into the loft or being taken down. If I die, then they know who did it. Story 37. Put a nice little deck chair outside. Pour a cold drink. Sit and wait. You are here to do what now? Okay, off you go. Ultimately, the outcome would be the same, but if you are going to die, die in style. Story 38. Openly admitting how I would prepare for a situation like this would be counterproductive to the emergency plan I already have set in place. Nice try, Mr. Serial Killer. Story 39. I live in Australia, so if I did anything to defend myself, I would get charged. I would still beat the brains out of his skull with the axe handle under my bed. Story 40. Run and call the police. If not, stand in the attic with a shovel. He pops his head in there and he's in trouble. If he has a gun, then odds drop dramatically. Probably need to go on the offense. Hide somewhere and try to pop out and surprise him with a knife. If I have a gun, then shoot him as he's trying to break in. Story 41. Grabbing my shotgun and positioning myself at the top of my stairs, which look directly at the front door. I would run, but my roommate recently broke their leg and can't move quickly, and I have a responsibility to make sure they are also safe. Story 42. I'd leave. What even is that question? I put on my shoes and leave. Call the police while I take a walk, meet them outside, and have them deal with the intruder. Story 43. Lock my doors, call the police, laugh at the dude when he dislocates his shoulder or breaks his ankle trying to get through my doors. My doors and my locks aren't for keeping out honest people. Story 44. Laughing my ass off. Good luck breaking my windows or locked door without me noticing. You break the windows, I'll just push you right out. Have fun with the landing. Try breaking the locked door. Well, it'll be maybe an hour or more before that one breaks down, so I'll just call the police. Story 45. Load up the shotgun, then unlock the doors so he doesn't have to damage my door frame to get in. Cue up Mountain's Mississippi Queen, really loud, then wait the remaining 3 minutes. Story 46. I get my halberd and go guard the stairs while my wife calls the police. Unless he has a gun, he is not making it up the stairs without negotiating with my halberd first. Story 47. What a stupid question. In 5 minutes, I can be far from my house. Hell, in 5 minutes, the police would be there in half the communities in the United States. Nope, instead I should try to hobble together some sort of home alone booby traps. Story 48. Being a West Virginian, after they make it past the property line, they are getting blasted. No reason to wait for them to make it to the door. Castle law, cross my moat, and you are fair game. Story 49. Start the shower and turn on the Bluetooth speaker. Gather a bunch of knives that my wife keeps all over the house and my cut-off axe handle. Quickly hide so I can hit him with the axe handle as he goes into the bathroom. Throw him in the shower to bleed out. Story 50. It was very nice of him to let me know. I'll have a surprise waiting for him and emergency services on the phone. Seems like 2 minutes more than I really needed, so I'll probably have sweaty palms by that point. Hopefully, he was good enough to let me know how he's going to come in, and then we won't have so much suspense. Maybe it would actually be better to get in the car and go have a biscuit, I guess. But I'll leave the door unlocked and a note asking him not to break anything like a jerk.